Hey guys, this is Balu from Balu Prime and once again welcome you all back for an exciting tutorial. In this tutorial, let's see how we can create this statue formation effect from small fractured particles inside Element 3D using Blender. So I hope you will find this tutorial useful, but before going to that, if you end up liking this video, please click on that like button, do share this content, and if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing my channel and support me. So further without any ado, let's begin. So here we are in After Effects. Now let's start this by creating a new composition. Further click on this new composition, go to this preset options. I'm selecting HD1080 with a frame rate of 24 and duration of 15 seconds. Hit OK. Nice. Now let's create a solid layer for Element 3D. Further go to this layer options, new, solid. Let me rename this to element. OK. Now go to this window and enable effects and presets panel and look for Element 3D. So Element 3D is third-party plugin. We need to download it separately. So look for element here. Select this element and drop it onto this element layer. Now click on this scene setup. So we got a new window to work in Element 3D. So now let's import our 3D model into this Element 3D. But before importing our model, we need to have that model in small fractured particles. So for that, here I'm using Blender. So if you are new to Blender also, there is no need to afraid. You can do it easily, just a few steps. And also Blender is an open source. It is free to download. So download it. I will give a link in the description to download it. So after downloading it, open Blender, you will get this default scene. So let's delete this, everything in the scene. So press A on the keyboard and delete. So now let's import our model here. So go to this file options, import, select this wavefront OBJ format. Make sure that you get your 3D models in OBJ format because Element 3D supports OBJ format. So click on that wavefront OBJ and select your model. So here you can see this file is in OBJ format. So select that and import. So here we got our model, but it's way big. Now let's reduce the scaling of that. For that, press S on the keyboard and simply drag your mouse left side or right side to reduce the scaling. Nice. Now press 3 on the keyboard for side view. Select this rotate option here and simply rotate like this. Fine. Now if you hold middle mouse and simply pan around, you can see we can pan around this. So select your model, just click on that, select your model. Let me select this move tool. Come to this modifier options, add modifier and select solidify. Let me show you what will happen. So let me change this to wireframe mode. So here this modifier adds a thickness to our model. So if I increase this thickness here, you can say thickness is adding to this model. So by applying this modifier, we will get the pieces, fractured pieces cleanly for this model. If we won't apply this solidify modifier, we may not get pieces properly aligned after it is done. So apply this modifier for that. So once the modifier is applied, so make sure that self fracture add-on is enabled. To do that, go to this edit option, preferences, and in search bar just type it as cell and enable this object fracture cell. Just enable it. After enabling this, click here on these options, save preferences. Nice. So we can close this now. Once this is done, now let's go to this shade mode. Come to this object, click on this object, make sure that our model is selected. Click on this object, quick effects. Here we got option called self fracture. So click on this self fracture. So here we can select how many pieces we want. So here the limit is set to source limit is 100. We can raise this to 500,000 depending on your wish. So here I will be selecting 500 pieces, and in shatter I will make this small pieces only. So select this small and hit OK. So it started shattering the model into small pieces. This may take time. So here you can see we got our model in small pieces. So select this main statue. So let me show you that. So if I move this, so this model is without that small pieces, and this model is having all the pieces. So let's delete it. Select this model and delete. Nice. If we won't use that solidify modifier, we may not get these pieces aligned properly after this cell fracture. So that's the reason we have added that solidify modifier before getting these fractures done. Nice. Now select everything, or else press A on the keyboard to select everything. Go to this file options, export, and select OBJ format and save the file. So here I will be saving as fractured model. Okay, and click on this export OBJ. So here the Blender work is done. We can close the program now. So let me close this, don't save. Okay. So now in this element window, let's import that fractured object here. For that, click on this import button and select that OBJ file where you have saved. Select that model, open, and alignment change it to bottom and hit OK. So we got our model here, but it is small. So click on this normalize size here, just click on that. So here you can see we got our model with shattered pieces. So if we have shattered this into 1000 pieces, we may not get these shattered visibility here. Since it is 500, we are getting this, we are able to see these shattered pieces. Nice. So let it be like this. Okay. So now let's add ground plane here. So go to this create plane. Now let's increase the scaling. So come to this size XY, change to 50 and Y to 50. So here I will be using this Pro Shaders pack 2. So go to this Pro Shaders, select ground, and let me select this ground here, apply it onto this plane. Now click on this UV. Let me repeat this to 15 and 15. Okay. So let me increase this bump value here a bit. Okay, looks good. Now let me add some houses here just to build a scene. So I will be using some 3D models here. Okay. So now select this fractured model, which is our main model. Right click, duplicate it. Now select this below model. Now let's change this material. So let me go to this physical and select this bright light and drop it onto this model. So let me select this material and get the color to bright. Okay, fine. So once the setup is done, now let's select these both models and drag it outside of this group 1. So here you can see all these are in group 1. So second, change this to second group and select this duplicated model and change this to third group. So or else let's change this to first group, change this to second group, and the rest let it be in third group. Okay. So bring it here. Nice. So in first group we got our original model. In second group we got our model in some bright color, and third group we got our scene. So once the setup is done here like this, just hit OK. So we got our scene here. So in order to view these elements in 3D space, we need to add camera. So go to this layer options, new camera, and preset I will be leaving to 50 mm and hit OK. Now again go to this layer options and new, select null object, enable 3D for that. If you are not finding this 3D option, click on this toggle switches, you will get that. Enable 3D option for that and pick whip camera to this null. Just click on this pick whip tool and parent it to null. So now we can control camera with this null object. So come to this transform options and let's position here. Okay, let's zoom it up a bit. So track the camera, press and hold on this icon here and select this track the camera tool and hold left mouse key and simply drag upwards for zoom in here like this. So let me place this here. Okay, now enable keyframe for this Y rotation. So let me rotate it here, let it be like this. Fine. Now come to this 12th second and let me change this rotation to here -30. Okay, now again come to this first frame, enable keyframe of this position. Okay, now again move to this 12th second and change the position here like this. Okay, so we got rotation and position animation here. So now let's come to this actual animation part. So select this element layer here. So in group 1 we got this original 3D model, and in group 2 we got model with that bright color. So in group 3 it is our scene, so we will not be touching group 3 now. So we will be dealing with group 1 and group 2. So expand this group 1 options, particle look, come to this multi object, expand that one and enable multi object. Just click on that, enable it. So repeat the same with this group 2 also. So group 2 is our model with bright color. So expand this group 2, expand this particle look, come to this multi object and enable it. Nice. So once we enable this multi object option, now let's move to this animation engine. Here you can say we got this animation engine, expand it and click on this enable button, enable it. Nice. So the animation will be starting from group 1 and it will be ending with group 2 here. So if we change this animation, you can say we are getting our bright color which is in group 2 here. So we can animate in this way. Nice. Or else we can change this to radial and it will be from down to bottom. Okay, so here I will be using this radial. So beyond this, let it be at first second. Okay, beyond this first second, enable keyframe of this animation. Nice. Now move to 10th second in timeline or else 11th second in timeline and change this animation to 100%. So now if we play this, press 0 for ramp preview, we can see this, our model or our object here is turning to this bright color. So but this is not looking that much interesting as shown in the preview. So we need to move to this group 2 options, come to this group 2 options, scroll down to this multi, where is this multi, come to this multi object size options. If you reduce this to 0, change, so you can see we are getting the shattering particles here. So if we play this, we can see that the particles are disappearing from below. So we want to have this in opposite direction. So for that, scroll down to this animation engine once again, Here change this start group to group 2 and finisher group to group 1. So now if we play, we can see that our statue will be forming with this small particles. Nice. So in order to make it a bit interesting, we can play with the rotation values of this group 2. Don't touch group 1, leave group 1 as it is. Whatever changes you want to do in group 2. So here I will be playing with this rotation animations. So I will change this rotation. Just give random values here. Okay. And displacement also you can give if you want. So displacement I will giving this to 2 on X. Nice. And X scattering also, Y scattering. Let me say Y scattering. Just play with the values to get your desired outlook. So once you are happy with this, scroll down to this render settings, come to this glow options, expand that one and enable glow. So here we got glow to these pieces. So let me reduce this glow intensity to 1. Okay, nice. So now come to this ambient occlusion, enable ambient occlusion, intensity change to 15. So it adds some depth. Nice. So okay, so now let's see this. Okay, so I think we are not able to see this below part. So what we can do, let's move this animation start from 0 only. Okay, fine. So let me move this here. Okay, so in this way we can see these below particles forming. Okay, looks good. Nice. Now let's enable depth of field. So select this camera layer, select your camera layer, expand these options, come to this camera options and enable depth of field. So in order to adjust our focus distance, I would suggest to increase this aperture to 100. Now we can play with this focal distance. So let me reduce this focus distance to 750. So just see the number which works fine for you. So here I think, okay, 950. Let me change this to 950. Our character will be in complete focus. So once the focal length is set, now again we can reduce this aperture to 25 or 20, or you can leave it to 100. It's depend upon your choice. So let me change to 50. Okay, it's looking good. Nice. Now finally let's add some flare particles as our background. So I will be leaving a link in the description for this flare particles and also for the model also where you can download. So let me select that. So here I got this fire sparks or fire particles video. So just drop it onto this timeline and make it as last layer. Okay, so right click, transform, fit to comp. Nice. Now let's go to effects and presets and add some glow. Select this glow and drop it onto this. Now let me reduce this glow threshold and let me increase this glow radius way big here. Okay, so that we got some burning kind of thing in our background. And finally let's select this element once again, scroll down for the option like here is this fog. Okay, enable fog also, it will be better. Fog opacity, increase this to 100% and distance let's set it here. Okay, so in this way we can create this statue formation effect with the fractured particles with the help of Blender in Element 3D. So I hope you guys have learned something new from this tutorial. If you have learned anything new, please like, share and subscribe my channel to support me. So we will meet in the next video. Until then, signing off. Take care. Bye.